Matt, good morning to you.
Good morning. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you. Great, great. Hey,
Well, I just there was a lot of these fire trucks went screaming by a little bit ago, and I thought maybe I was going to have trouble hearing you because I heard they were going to put out the candles on the birthday cake for you.
oh, you had to throw that in there, didn't you?
Happy birthday to you, Mike.
Well, thanks a lot, Mac. I appreciate that. Hey, listen, I'm flattered, and I tell you what, I think that being there with the county clerks today, learning about what they're doing, it's really a training for the new county clerks. Is that right?
It is. They have 121 new county clerks, or not clerks, but county officials from all across the state here at Bridgeport today, and putting on a training session for all of us. And it's great to just see all the new faces and meet everybody from across the state.
Well, I'll tell you what, I think it's great you're here. I'm glad you spent some time with us. I'd like for our listeners to know how is your transition process coming as you prepare to take office on the 16th of January.
Well, things are going well. We're working with the current Secretary of State's office, and I've gotten through down there a couple times now. Got to walk through the office the other day and meet everybody, and so we're going through that process of finding out who is wanting to stay and who's moving on and that sort of thing, and then doing some interviews. I'm getting an awful lot of folks who are interested in working in the office, and so it's nice to have choices and to have but that does involve interviews and that sort of thing. But the process is going well. I'm very pleased with the cooperation that we're getting across the board, and we're just ready to go to work. We're ready to get in there on day one. The inauguration or the swearing in will occur on January 16th. That's Monday, and we're going to go to work right after that.
Mac, one of the things that folks best know the Secretary of State's office for are elections and voters registration, but the Secretary of State does a lot more than that, don't they?
There is. There's business and licensing. There's charities, notaries. There's a number of different tasks that are accomplished through that office, and it was encouraging to get down there and see the people hard at work the other day, carrying on the duties. The election is over, and everybody's just back to work, getting the business of the state done.
My guess is Mac Warner, retired Lieutenant Colonel Mac Warner, who is also an attorney and was elected Secretary of State in November. Mac, it's one of the things we talked about on this show with some of the county clerks was the concern from those clerks that there needed to be a better relationship with the county clerk's offices, who are the chief elections officials in each county, and the Secretary of State. Is that one of the reasons why you're there today?
It is. In fact, we met with a number of the clerks yesterday, and they've got some ideas on things that ought to be changed in the code with regards to the process of registration, the voting process. There's a number of ideas they have, and so I told them to let's go to work and propose those changes. We'll get them to the legislature and see if we can get those enacted this year. There's also some other folks who are interested in campaign finance reform, and there are just a number of areas that people are bringing to me that they want to get changed. And so being right here with them, there's already this Association of Counties meeting that's bringing people to the Bridgeport area, so it's convenient for the clerks. We're kind of doing double duty, getting the training as well as working on some legislative fixes that we'd like to propose to the legislature this year.
Are there any other statewide elected officials there?
I haven't seen anybody yet, but it wouldn't surprise me if they dropped in during the day.
Hey, listen, I think what you're doing there is great today. I appreciate you taking time to be with us, and hopefully we can get you back on for the statewide talk line show next week to talk a little bit more about your transition. And I wish you the best, and I appreciate you taking time for us today, Mac.
Well, I appreciate you having me on, and I'd just like to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and best throughout the holiday season. Everybody keep the veterans in mind. We just went through the Pearl Harbor Memorial, and I think that keeps it fresh in mind. But having had some children, not now in war zones, but previously, keep in mind all those veterans. I know this state is heavily involved with the military, and so if you got somebody out there on the front lines, send them a package, make a call, reach out to them, because that's their touch. They're dreaming of being at home at Christmas, and make that link, make that effort.
West Virginia Secretary of State Mac Warner, thank you, sir, for joining me today.
Thank you.
Mac Warner, he's here in Harrison County at the Bridgeport Conference Center at a conference for newly elected county officials, spending some time learning more about what those county officials do. I think that's great statesmanship on his part.